Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May 8th, 2019. Today we're taking a look at the AUDUSD, the Australian, versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. We're starting actually today on the weekly time frame. I think we need to get a real long-term perspective of what's happening around the price levels that we are challenging right now for the Australian dollar. This is again the weekly time frame, so we are looking back quite a long time. At least in this vantage point, we're looking back to 2016, and we could see that we are at significant lows that we haven't seen since prior to October of 2016 that we're viewing here on the chart. I could zoom out and we could see further history, but I think this gives us a good idea that the fact that we have not been, or we're challenging historical lows. We are, and still, I think, in a downtrend here for the Australian dollar, but we're again settling into significant support lows. Let's go ahead and zoom it in a little bit. And you can see the pink shaded area right smack in the middle of the chart. The three blue circles showing historical challenges of this level. We had the anomaly several months ago here for the Australian dollar where it pressured lower and then snapped right back. Kind of an anomaly move here. I don't really think it's going to play into our analysis too much, but just something that is history, but just I don't think it's really anything we need to pay attention to. I think most importantly is the historical support here around the 7,000 level that we see here on the weekly time frame. Zoom it out a little bit, then go back into the daily time frame. We can get a little bit of a better sense of it on the daily time frame. We scooted over just a bit so we can see all those times coming down here. It's close to 7,000. First time not quite there. Middle time, of course, there's that anomaly sitting there. And then the third time, finding support and bouncing back up. And here we are again, challenging that 7,000 level. So it's a very important area here for the Australian dollar. It bears noting that a couple of days ago, we got significantly positive news out of Australia. Retail sales, trade balance, interest rates, all of that alluding to a stronger Australian dollar. And so we saw that spike. And you can see that spike here yesterday with that spike all the way back up to 7,050, and then it came floating right back down. So some interesting things happening here for the Australian dollar around the 7,000 level. Something we spoke about in the trade room yesterday, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, is this support low here on the left and the support low in the middle right here at the bottom. So that's an interesting aspect, and again, we'll talk about that more and why that's important later again in the trade room. Currently sitting right about just 7,000, right at that even price handle. So very interesting, or 0.70 if you will. Very interesting level here. I think as long as it stays above it, and if we get either a stronger sell-off of the dollar or a new rally for the Australian dollar, we're easily back to the green zone, and that's 7,050. And again, above there, we may even be looking for further movement higher. And really, I only expect it to go down strong. It's going to take, I think, a strong rally on the dollar, which we're not seeing right now, or we're going to see poor news out of Australia, which we haven't seen. So, and then it breaks underneath 70 and goes back down to the yellow zone as our next support target. So, very interesting area. 4-hour time frame. Again, challenging that area. Again, we'll speak about once again in the trade room these two blue circles and why this seems to be an important area for decision here for the Australian dollar. But today we're sitting here. So what I would expect that we're looking for today, two things, is that we get a sudden infusion of buyers that sends it back above the pink zone. I think if we get that, we have a stronger expectation of buying. Secondary, if we get a push underneath the 0.70 level and the bottom of that pink shaded area, we'll look for it to go down. But right now, we're just kind of waffling around just above 7,000. So I don't think we're in it yet. I think we're waiting for some illusion of buyers or some illusion of sellers before we make our trading decision for the Australian dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.